This Christmas Day matchup. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Coming up next.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Prescott opening with a pass. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Prescott now on third down. It's caught, Ferguson. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. First down, here's Dak. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be second down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Another throw for Prescott. Escapes the pocket. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. All down by Dorrance Armstrong.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Trying an option here, play to the left. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Dowdle is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. While there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL. Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Daniels from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Has a man, it's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. This set it down starts with enough. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
He's got Brown on the slant. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They just get the play off. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We play one here on Christmas Day. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like...
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Commanders finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Return starts from the 16. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Back out come the Cowboys for their 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath. and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Throwing again is Dak. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Dowdle has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Cowboys take a 2nd quarter lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Trying for the deep ball. Oh, this one's intercepted. It is Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
The Cowboys about set to take over. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
Kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Daniels on 1st down. That's complete. Here's Brown. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
I feel so bad, I really do, and I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get 1 step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Commanders driving. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. The Commanders take a